And I do have a couple of $1 rolls. Excuse me, just have a little swig, drink, wet the palate. Yeah, so I didn't get any more coins yesterday. I was pretty busy, so I didn't get down there, but I went down again this morning at 6 o'clock, and that's all the dollars they had. I went down my little bank as well, so that's all the dollars they had. But I got what did I get? $170 worth of 50-cent pieces. So I got 14 rolls of them, 3 rolls of dollars. So I'll go through the dollars and have a quick snifter, see what's in there, and then I'll check the 50s. Just fixing up my thumbs up. That's all done. Let me just pin that message and I'm right to go. So I'll just zoom up a little bit more. So 1st of February, and we've got 20 degrees is all for the next 7 days here in Melbourne, which beautiful. But I think next 3 days is rain here, or drizzle. You never know. They say rain, you don't even get anything. They say like Melbourne rain, but you know, sometimes it really is just Melbourne. Surrounding area doesn't get any. And then, like last year when, I can't remember the date now, before Christmas, out of nowhere comes a big hailstorm and rain and flooded out our house here, out of nowhere. There's a rotate straight off the mark. So 30 degrees out, that's another one. 1999. You're the older person. Look for them because they're rotated. So that's all right. That's a good start straight off the mark. That makes about, I don't know, 17, 18 now. But I'd be keeping them because they will end up being hard to find again once everybody catches on to the 99 being rotated. Yeah, because all the other rotates sell for good money and they're hard to find. So at the moment I'm getting them at 1 to 5, every 5 standard to 1 rotate. So yeah, pretty good. I don't mind. I'll find them all day, put them away, and give it a couple of years, and I reckon, you know, we've got 3 million collectors in Australia, numismatics, so, well, there wouldn't even be one to go, there won't be one to go around. If anything, it'll be one die, and so it could be up to 250,000 of them, but they might have only done 100, and I'm just lucky that they're all down here in Melbourne. And nobody else is finding them, because I don't know if anybody else is finding them. Nobody's actually said, except for Julie Buttigieg, she's had them, but no one else has told me if they've been finding them as much as I have, or at all, you know, at all. So Julie's in New South Wales, so I know they're there, but the other states I wouldn't have a clue. So anyway, they're a rotate, and rotate means dollars. That's all there is to it. And at the moment, they just happen to be getting plucked out pretty regular. And as I said, the 2001 rotates, I was finding them pretty regular too, back in 2002 onwards. And now you've got to put about, well, 250 to 350 of the actual 2001 Federation $1 through your hand before you find a rotate. Not 250 $1 coins, but 250 of them. And that can take a long time. Well, if you noodle a lot, it won't. So the more you noodle, the more coins you find. Anzacs, I've got a few of them, I want better stuff. But that's the maps anyway, isn't it? The more you go through. How you going, Wisey? The more you go through, the more you're going to find, obviously. You're not going to find anything if you don't get tons of coins continuously. 2016, I said they're good mint. They were minted well, good metal. Not all of them, but some of them, and they get the massivest rabbit ears on them. It's got nothing. Sorry. That's the old cappuccino, not cat, what do I have, a latte. Out of the machine at home, but still, good job. I don't mind them, quick and easy. That's the problem though, I have too many coffees. You know when I got too many, because I'm dropping coins everywhere. So I'll get through these, then I get to the 50 cents. Hopefully there's a mule in here, but yeah, my little bank doesn't let down. I'm in the first coin off the rank there. Rotate, can't complain about that. One of my lights just died. Not that makes any difference, I think it improved it. Just looking for errors, fill with beads on them. And rotate all your coins, as the Spud Man says, and as I say. But 5 cents and $2, well, that's up to you. I don't rotate them anymore. They're too much work. I've never found it rotate, so yeah, it's not. You know, sometimes things aren't worth looking for because they just wreck your fingernails, wreck your fingers. You know, but if you went through that many 5-cent pieces, you're going to find 72s and small and large echidnas on the coins and large SDs. The Alien 2016, double-headed 07. And then there's a ton of coins that have got different SDs on them and stuff. They're all in your books. I think it's from like 1995 up to 2006. It's all different. All the 5 cents have got something different on it. Not something different, but they got different SDs on them. But anyway, I don't go for them. They're just so fiddly. They hurt your eyes. They really get. They really and you can get pretty aggro too. I'll tell you what. After you've been checking a lot of 5-cent pieces, the 2's not so much. Cut area. But yeah, especially if you spend all day, your fingers are wrecked and you got nothing for it. There's a bit of a. It's not really a cut area happening. I think it's just a bit of an offset. Anyway, there's 2 of these to find, the small and large. That's the large. And the easiest way to, you know, well, one of the ways is the small, the distance down here, the gap, is the same width as that there. So you can just have a look. If it matches the same, you've got a small. And then you can just look at the bottom of the trident. There's a bigger gap on the small, bigger gap there at the dollar, and on here that's only a small bit of prong there on the large. The smaller one has about, I don't know, if that's 0.3, it'd be about 0.6 or something. And she's the larger one and wider across here because they stretched it to make it a larger design. So she's been actually stretched across there. The whole coin would have been. I haven't really checked her, but you can notice that she's stretched across the width, across the hips. So you can get 2 of them, 10 million. They're a variety of each other because the mint doesn't know which one it minted first, but I get 3 large to every small. So on that, there's, you know, 2 million small design, 2.5 million, somewhere there, possibly. That's 2005. 2005, don't forget, that's a mule. That reverse is a 2006 Mobaroo's reverse. It's supposed to be the Dancing Man all year, but they made a mistake, somebody did, and put the next year's Mobaroo's in, so they minted 5.7 million. Unlike the 2000, which is somewhere around 15,000 of them, or could even be more. They made mega loads of them, so they didn't go up in price and be charged like the 2000. But they could have left it. And they would have been going for mega dollars too. So if you want a mule, easy to find. But find them in good condition, that's the key to it. That's the key to everything, isn't it? Oh man, I'm so sorry, my throat. How you going, Michael? Yeah, so if it keeps going my throat, I'm going to walk out the room and clean it. Oh, bummer, before I even got on, that's having that stupid latte. Yeah, 2017, that's another one. That's like 4 in the last 3 noodles. And really good condition too, beautiful. Making a couple of nice sets up there. So there's 5 of them, 2014, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Exactly the same, no difference, except for the date, that's all. Commemorating the years of World War I. This one, 1.7 million, 1.9 million. The 2014 is 22 million, 2015, 1.4, 16, 2.1, could be 2.4, 2.1, 2.4. I think it was 2.4 and they dropped it to 2.1, to tell you the truth. And then the 2017, 1.9, the 2018, 2 million. Now, I said I couldn't find many of these were the hardest. Well, that's changed in the last week. Now it's the 2018 and the 2017 and the 2015, I've found the most of them. The 2015 is the lowest mint, 1.4, really low. And I found, I don't know, 4 of them as well in the last couple. And the last one that I found, the 2015, it's almost uncirculated. It's the best one I've ever found. And it's a real beauty. So I'll put that together with a really nice 14, really nice 17, average 16, and nice 17. So I've got to upgrade 16 to 17. But you know, it's amazing, before Christmas I said I took all my coins back and cashed them all in. I took all the Anzacs back that I had. And I had tons of 16 spare. I took them all back, and now I had a look. I've only got like 3 and they're pretty average. And it's only the ones I just found. So, saw the spiel and I took them all back. Anyway, that's 3 rolls and 3 coins. There's a 2017 Anzac, rotated 1999, another one. 30 degrees out, that one. Every hour of the clock is 30 degrees. 12 times 30, 360. And a small design women's suffrage coin. Sorry, large design women's suffrage coin. So 3 there. That's all right. Keep them. The women's suffrage coin, I won't, but I'll definitely keep those 2. That's really nice condition. That low mint, 1.7. There'll come a day when we're just not finding that. You know, you'll see that everything will drop off. This has taken a few years though. I don't know, they mightn't have taken off as big as what people think too, I think, pretty sure, as in collecting them. This one's going to take off and they'll be disappearing. I can't believe that they wouldn't be, because I can't believe nobody would be trying to find them and keeping every single one of them and putting away 10, 15, 20 years. Next year, who knows, 30 years if you can, 40, 50 if you can, for your retirement super. They'll be worth good money, really, really big money. I'll guarantee it, they will be. No matter how many they make, they will be in time to come, because they're a rotate. All right, down to the 50s, which is mega loads of them. But anyhow, I'll whack through, try and see if I can do it a quick job without waffling on every one of them. Maybe if I don't talk about them and just look and see if there's anything, that might be quicker. Looking for the crop circle on that one, 2014. I'm not worried about any errors. Looking for the shadow bar on that one. The 83, nothing there. Just bear with me 2 seconds, please, while I hope there's no bloopers goes on. Might be better. I had a light that went a bit, well, it died. Basically, I just replaced it. 22, looking for the bubble that happens up here. Same place as the crop circle on the 2021, but it's a bubble. And look under the chin, and you can get cuds on the hair. I'm not fussed. Yeah, if it was on the 22, I would be, yeah, with the cuds, because I don't think I've got many. The 2021s, I've got enough of them. And I've got 14 crop circle, I think. 14 sitting there. And they're mixed between straight out crop circle and crop circle with cuds all on the hair and the crown. And then I've got just 21s with just all the cuds and no crop circle. So you get them mixed. Looking for the rotate, not the crop circle on that. Nothing ever happens on this deal, just, well, not that I've found. I don't know if I did have one, you know, I might be lying. There might have been one with the die crack I had. But anyway, check all your coins because you just don't know what's in there. Alright, first roll down. Nothing there. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. That's a crop circle. Jeez. Come on, be a crop circle. Damn. The top coins never are they? Yeah. That crop circle we're looking for is in that reading there. The 2012, it's on this reading here. I've got video on that. Nice up close photos, identify them. Did that last week or something. But yeah, that's a post. I mean, I did a post. Not video, I got a post. And it's got all close up photos there. That's worth looking at. So you can see what the crop circles look like. These get die cracked somewhere. Remember that. Haven't found one myself, but haven't found any wide dates. Looking for the wide date 1994. There's a millimetre between the 99 and a millimetre between the 94. This one, the standard, it's 1/2 mil and 1/2 mil. 6 mil across, and the wide date is 7 mil across. Widest points, corner to corner. To rotate. Oh, it's fluff. Bit of fluff on this, isn't it? Want the crop circle. Can't see nothing there. Fingerprints all over it, so let's rub it a bit more. No, nothing there. 2017 looks nice. 99. 2014 crop circle. No. Alright, zoom through. Too old for that long-term stuff. Yeah, me too, mate. I'll be dead and gone. But my videos aren't for us oldies, buddy. We know what we're doing. We've done it. I'm trying to show anybody that well, can get it. Any kids started from 7 when they can't eat coins and they understand, and they got a money box, or buy them a book to put the coins into. That's the best thing. Just buy, you can buy a cheap album, $10, 80 pockets in the same, and just give them some coins to put in. You'll find commemoratives and that, and you can spend them, but you get them started on them. And that's what the Mint's trying to do, the post office, and what I've been all about since I started. So for when I say about, for coin, I'm talking, if the younger people, the better for what I'm saying. I'm putting stuff away, because some stuff can take 20 years or more. I'm on over 24 years, and there's still coins that I had there that people have put away, and I know they have, and they haven't gone anywhere. But there's certain coins that will, and rotates will. They always will. But my main thing is anyway for, young teens, 20s, 30s, probably up to 40. Well, 40, you can still, 40, still, I'm doing it, still put it away 20 years. Also, so yeah, but I'm going to turn 60. I'll go a year older, and I haven't got much time for putting anything away. Whatever I find is getting sold, basically, because if you're going to start selling, you're going to have to start selling your stuff by the time you hit 60, I'll tell you, because you're getting older. It's hard to do. Could have some problems with memory and agility and who knows what. But you got to pick a time when you're going to start selling your stuff, because you got to think of your age. Otherwise, it's just going to get passed on, and if you don't tell everybody what it's about, it's going to get spent. Especially if it's just normal coins and you haven't marked them. And even if you've marked them, the people that they're left to, they might be I ain't selling them. It's just too hard. They just don't know anything about it. They don't know how to sell. Some people have got it, some people haven't. Anyway, there's a time you have to pick when you're going to decide that your stuff's got to go, hey? Unless you're deciding to pass it on. If you're deciding to pass it on, well, you don't have to worry about that. But if you haven't got no one to pass it on to, or you want to sell it to get your money back and get money back, well, you got to, don't leave it too late. I've got coins there, I'm still selling them. I've got them, 20-year-old coins, 10-year-old. I've got coins now that I've tried to sell for the last 2 years or so. They don't sell. And don't take them, I said yesterday, if you take them to the 1988, beautiful, 9mm. And somebody told me about the dot between the 88. No, nothing there. So between the 88, there's supposed to be a dot. I don't know if it's come from a book or that I was told about, or they found one. Anyway. But yeah, your local coin shops won't have a bar of any of this sort of stuff. It'd have to be full sets of, like, coat of arms, commemoratives, and they'd have to be all uncirculated. And they'd have to have coins in there that expensive coins. Otherwise, they'll just say no. Just like I would, because it's just too much hard work. You're just passing the burden on to me to try and sell something that I know probably just ain't going to sell. A lot of people like to buy individual stuff and not sets as well, so that's another problem for them, is they probably have to break them down. And it's research and time, and that's why me and coin shops won't have a bar of them, because it just takes, we know how long it takes to do all these and get them in order and know about them. And what's on them. Yeah, for a couple of dollars, no, they're not interested. They want stuff they can buy, turn over and make $50 on it, and that you can't do that with these. So coin shop, your local coin shop, gold, silver, all that stuff, mint sets, proof sets, full sets of uncirculated stuff. Yeah, they'll have a sniff at that. But you take anything else in there, and no, just like your stamp albums, when you take them in there, they'll just say $20. They don't care what's in there, $20. They'll tell you for the whole album. Even if you've got $1,000 worth in there, 20 bucks, because they have to go through the whole lot. They have to get all the stamp set, they have to check them, categorize them, price them, put them up for sale. I mean, geez, you know, to make, again, a couple of bucks. So you can see it's just hard work for us to sell, and it's hard work for coin shops. So they won't have a bar of them. And the only way is you sell them, you spend them, or you pass them on. If you pass them on, do them a favour, tell them prior, leave lots of notes, which ones are the most, ones that are worth money, and ones you can say just take them down and spend them. I've told my family, of all my Eric, everything I've got here, other than gold and silvers, which I've only got a couple now, but everything that's got a value of Australian money on it, take it and spend it. I have told them, don't worry about trying to sit. They know how hard it is. They see what I do, and they don't want to. But I've asked them to leave all the message, what to do. So no, off all three. No, don't want a bar of it, because they've seen what I have to go through. So it's a burden to pass it on, I'll tell you. But that's up to each individual. Even if you leave them notes, the burden is of getting rid of them, and that's the burden to it. So I've told them, just empty them out, put them in a bag, take them in the bank, just put them in the machine, and don't even worry what is in there, because too hard to explain errors to people. Especially my family's been with me 25 years, and they wouldn't know. They're not interested. It's too hard. It's a lot to retain, and they've got other things that they like to do, and they need that brain space for that. So you know, so they don't want a bar of it. So down the bank and spend them, put them in the bank, and they won't know what they missed or nothing, because they don't know about them anyway. But I've been saying for 2 years, it's very hard. You can't just turn around and take them and sell them. It's I've been looking for the thicker variety. Now that tea does look a little bit thicker. Not on that angle though. I'll have to keep a few of them and check that one. Because I found one, and it's a variety. They've used proof dyes on it, and it's thicker lettering, and the tea is thicker on the top. And that does look a little bit thicker. And it also had the illusion of looking smaller, further away from the edging, which that sort of does. I'll have to keep that and check it. I only had one, and Steve bought that off me. That's gone. 18, under the radar. Again, this is the one I'm saying. Put them away if you can afford to. Find them in top nick. Put them away 20 years, 30 years, and see if they're an underdog that people want these, because they're in such good condition. And they probably won't get them out of circulation like that in that condition. Not very often anyway. And the only choice would be uncirculated or mint set. So if you got these with a been circulated and they're in top nick, you'll be in better competition against somebody that's got an uncirculated in 10, 20, 30 years. And you'll still turn over a profit on them. But you've got to know how to sell them, which is the problem. You're the one that told me, why is he? Yeah, on the 88. So it's at the bottom of the 8s, he said, but there's nothing on this one. It's clear. But so is that in a book that you read, or did you find it? Let's dig out that one. Is that in one of your Renix error books, or whoever's making it? I only know them. And McDonald's used to be around, but now McDonald's owns Renix. Anyway, if you didn't know. I think that's maybe why the McDonald's book's finished. I'm sure it's his family or something, Greg McDonald's book, because the McDonald's are running Renix. They bought it in 2006 or something. Just when his books, I know he was at 12. He was going 2013. Yeah, it's got the same last name, so I'm not really 100% sure. So you heard about it and then you found one. Yeah, I just wondered where they, if it originated, if it's made it into a book, into one of the error books there, if it's gazetted up. Sorry, I'm just getting that a bit closer. That's better. I actually think, let me just check something on here. Oh, don't worry, it's just many maybe bloopers going on here. I'm just leveling up the camera a bit better. That's it. Just a fraction, that's all. Yeah, that's it. Why has you got no error books there? If you know what errors are, what to look for, and you check the whole coin, you don't need a book. Because you find them, like I do. I just find them. And those books, you know, once bitten, twice shy, back in the day, there had a lot of mistakes in them, and they still do. As far as I've heard off Sim, with her going through them, and I can see all her pen marks of all the changes and stuff. And so you got to take them with, you know, with a grain of salt, because they're incorrect in areas. And that's why I've said anyone that's got error books and stuff to ask me about coins, certain ones, and I'm just like, I just, you know, I haven't got them, and it's the same ones. And I said I haven't seen photos of them, I haven't seen any proof of them, yet they're in the books. And you know, they should do more research than if somebody's just got one and telling everyone it was just one off or something, you know. And everyone's looking for the coins that just don't exist. They're just not out there. And so you can have your books for a guideline and whatever, but anyway, I find what I find. If I don't find it, then I don't find it. If I missed it because there was something in the book about something, bad luck. I'll find enough anyway. That's nice 71, that's why I'm buggering holding that. I'll find enough coins anyway, so, you know, that's just going to add more on my plate. Looking for the crop circle. Let's see if I can get through these. Looking for the double bar, variety, error. Looking for the emu with the crack across here, and you can get your trail lines here, so just check my video on trail lines and have a look. I'll just do a quick look. I'm not fussed about them, I've got enough of them. But they're raised lines, they're not die cracks, they don't go through the design, they're always on the field. And they're called trail lines. It's the only coin I know with trail lines. 83. American coins have a lot of problems with the trail lines. I think it's the 1 cent. 1 cent or the dime with the stairs at the back. Whichever one's got the stairs, that would be the dime. Yeah. Anyway, a few of their coins have got them, but they have trail lines on their coins. And it would be a place to find them because of the mintages they do. They polish up their dies quite often. And trail lines, what I can gather, the main reason for the trail lines is that the polishing of the die, the turn-in action, you can see goes like this. This bit here leaves a bit. See, it leaves a bit, and and they go over and they go up and down. You see, and it leaves this where it's spun. It leaves the outer edging of it, you see, and the fluff or lint from that buffer stays on there in those lines, and then when this gets minted, there's nothing can get out. When these get minted, they're completely shut at 300 ton, up to 300 tons, and anything on there must do something. And the soft material that's on there actually pushes into the die, and it creates furrows. It burrows in for furrows, and it leaves raised lines going through here on that 2001, just on the fields, the backends. And that's what the consensus is on it. But it can also be fluid left on there, water or something as well. Even water will push in, because you got to remember, this is sealed shut, 150 to 300 tons. Nothing gets out. And if nothing gets out, it can't just sit in its own little freedom of air in between. It has to go somewhere. And it pushes into the die, into the hardening on the die, pushes in. Anyway, look it up. Really interesting. Trail lines. 22, looking for the raised dot. There you go. So if you get that light, you run it across, and when you get that light running across and you get it at the right angle, you should be able to pick up anything that isn't correct there. See, on that angle there, I'd pick up any cuts on there, up here, anywhere. I'd pick up anything. It changes it. You got to use the light. You have to. When you're looking for errors and die cracks, you have to use it. You'll pick them up. Really good. Oh, sorry, I haven't looked over. No, you're not blocked? Why? We can see your comments. Cold cowboy. There, your comments there. It depends what words you're using. I've got a ton of block words, so no swearing, no nothing, because it's a family channel. I might let slip now and then, but this is for families that have young children, teenagers, the whole lot. So it's a family orientated. So your comments, well, they've got to be clean written, which that's all they should be anyway. And there's no links, because that's all the spammers. I cut the spammers out for that. And as you can see, I don't need any regulators. Is that what you call them? Because I've got it all under control at the moment. But if I didn't, and everyone's got to be a subscriber as well to watch and chat, and that cuts out again all the spamming, because if you don't have that, you just get spammed. They just jump in, and because it's family orientated, I don't want all those porn sites and all that stuff popping up everywhere. So yeah. And the other thing is, don't use full stops. Full stops after anything with another letter after that is automatically a link. No matter what you write, YouTube's analytics pick it up as a link, and I have all links blocked. So anything is with a dot is like .com, .au, blah blah blah. But I don't know what you've written for you to think it was blocked, because there's nothing come up here. Normally it comes up and asks me if I want to let it through or not. Or is it because no one answered you? But anyway, no, whatever you did, I don't know what you did. 2019 JC, 2 million, nice. Okay, I've got a few of them. Yeah, I don't want it. I've got a few of them. 79, I've got one double bar. Let's bring this up a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. 82, nothing happens there. 81, nothing there. 78, cards if anything. 81, not much. 2005, the most prolific error coin we have. in Australian history. That one. Nothing on there though to show you that time. This is one with the trail lines, and the one I want is the die crack coming off the emu that I found one of, only one, and that was it. Oh, let's see. No, I can't see any trail lines in there. Look for the shadow bar. Nothing there, and nothing there. Right. Shooting on, get the next one. What's the time? I've got, oh, it's only 8 o'clock, that's alright. I've got to go and do some stuff this morning. Got to be out of here by, I don't know, about 9:45, 10 to 10. Oh, no, 9:45. Nothing on that one either. Oh, where's the incused flag? No fat letter errors happening. Die wear on there. I think there might be a die crack on that one. Yep, there's a little die crack off the point going across to the inner rim on that point there. I'll see if this one's got. No, you can get at that end as well. So a little die crack just there. Tiny weeny one just off there. There you can just see it there. So yeah, nice. Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. There you are, that's a little error. Okay, that one. And for the 83 shadow bar, there's got something, that bottom one. Just check it. It has, but unfortunately there's a bit of dirt. It's sort of, it's where the shadow bars are, and that dirt's just accentuated, just showing sort of, it's there just lightly underneath, but that's just making it look like it's there. But anyway, you can see that they do come up, the two of them there, the shadow bars on the 83. And then 79 is a double bar. So this 83 is an error, and this is a variety. There's nothing on there. So I want this one. No. No. Number 14. No. 2001. Check. Emu. No. Nothing today on the trail line front. The trails are clear. Double bar, no. 16, looking for that wider variety. Definitely looks a bit thicker, doesn't it? Then you do there, looks about the same. Yeah, they're the same. Nothing on that side. Nothing there, amazing. It's harder to find one of them with no errors than errors. 2018 again. Yeah, I'll be putting away for the next 10, 15, 20 years for sure. Only 5.4 mil, still low mint. Sorry about that, was probably right in your ears. So I leaned over. Right down to, I've got a few more to go. Not doing too bad, 45 minutes for me anyway. That's because I haven't talked much on each coin so far. Yeah, typical, but it's a pretty big cud. Look at the size of that one. It's huge. Got die fill on the 0, die fill on the D. You can get that 9 filled too. Well, it ends up with a spot right in the middle of the 9. It's really like a bullseye. So yeah, a couple of die fill on the letters there. The L's got something going on there too. I'll bring that up closer and we'll have a look. Let me see if I can just put that there. Yeah, so you can see the L's got a cut on it, just there. The R is filled in there. The O has got its die fill. That's what the crop circle on the 2014 looks like. I might be a bit close. Let me see if I back it off. If I go down a couple. Or do I have to bring it up? I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, so D's got a little bit. L. Yeah, the dot is in the 9, see? The bullseye. There he is. It's filled up, but it's not right around. It's a bullseye. You don't get much down on these ones. It's all from the 9 here across. Anyway, that's me wobbling again. I haven't got a chair to sit on. I'm standing up, so I'm just wobbling with the screen and myself, so it makes it hard. Anyway, so you got die fill on there, and that whopper down there, die crack, cud. Yeah, so I've got plenty of them. I've had enough of them. So you'll find them, they're pretty prolific. Maybe not so much with those letters being filled. Not with that L with the cut on the L. Don't see that very often. That's pretty scarce, I'd say. But I don't want them. They don't sell. Everyone's finding them. I just want to start some cash coins. The cash cow. That's channel 7. Trail lines. What? Die crack. I got a little bit close because it's better for me. 18. Nice condition. 79. No double bar. You can get I got lamination floor on one the other week, right through here. All right through. All peeled up. 79, double bar. 96. Any of them you get in that condition, keep every one of them. They're money coins, but they've got to be in top nick. 19 million, try and find them in good condition, extremely hard. Anyone that collects these in their sets, well, they're going to have to buy mint sets or an uncirculated one and pay for it. But if you find them, you can sell them for, $6, $7, $8 in top nick. Because uncirculated they're 15, and then whatever the mint sets are. And that's because they made heaps of them, but they're really hard to find. Even when I was selling them back in, I bought rolls of them back in 2005, uncirculated, they went straight away immediately, bang, bang, bang. Everyone wanted those 96s. And even back then I wasn't finding them very good nick. So you know, that was only 11 years after. They're really hard now. But, 27 years, Buckley's. Well, you can find them, but they're really hard. Alrighty. I want to just drop that back, just that fraction. Will it? Sort of want to, really hard to control this. Oh, that's it right there. 2004, that gets the shadow bars as well. Nothing happens to them. Now that's a nice old coin. Let me have a guess. 76. Oh, it's a 71. That's really, really nice, eh? Beautiful condition. Again, I keep finding a few of them. That's the other 71 that I just kept, and I've got a fair few that I kept the other day, all in top nick. So that's all right. But I think they're 24 mil or something, 17, 18 mil. They're high mintage, but find them in that condition. And look, I can find a 71. I found like 6 of these, in the 7 of these top neck in the last 5 noodles. Not one of these in any condition like that. But I did find a shadow bar one, so that's really rare. So the 96s have got the shadow bar as well, which I, again, probably forgot to look at. I only missed one, I think, but I did look there. So you can get the shadow bar on the 96 as well. Really hard. I got one the other day, and the last time was 12 years ago. So you can get 71s before you can even get 96s. As a point of proof that how hard they are to find the 96 in good nick. Doubling going on there. So let me see if I can zoom it up a bit. So what you got going on here is, that's your 2001, and see those letters there? Now that's not double dyed or anything on there. That, well, I'd have to check that because they're yeah, they're actually doubled up nice. Just got to look, need to check every letter to have a look to see how it formed that doubling. So it's on the top there. A little cut on her mouth too. Over here. We don't have any. Ooh, I'll have to look at that because that could be the dye double. That could be double dyed. It could be. Now, if it was movement, I'd expect everything to have a doubling if the dye moved. So if the dye moves, everything must be doubled up. The other one is dye wear, but that's clean cut. See, dye wear doesn't. This is what I was saying the other day to somebody about this, and it's totally different. Double dye, and double dye just means that the dye got repaired. Usually it's like it got repaired, and when it got repaired, the laser cut. The coin even moved a little bit while it was being done, or they didn't set it right, and it actually cut into the die above the letter instead of just replenishing it and making it all nice. And that's usually what's happened, is it's when the die's been repaired and recut out, whatever they do. And I'd have to look up more on that double die, but that's the basis to it. And because it's on just those letters, and they're so neat. So neat. I just don't know if I've seen anything where it's been so neat on it. But I'm going to have to check on, oh, I tell you, I'm looking at it. No, it's not double dyeing, it's dye wear. That's just, it wore on the top of the I and the L, filled up the wear, then fell into the letter. But you can tell from the A all around there and the R. When you get double, it's usually just that at the top of those L's. It'll just be one line, that's all. Just one bit, not a whole A, not the whole L, not the whole A, not the whole R. And I can tell from the angle of the R at the sides and the A, that's dye wear. That's dye wear. The dye on the fields where it would be flat and fall into that lettering, if you would call it that, the dye wears and the metal goes into it first, fills it then in, and that's how you get these steps. But it's all the way around, and it's pure that everything about it is dye wear. There's no double dye in there. I've never found a double dye coin in Australia. It's in America, yes, because they mint billions of coins and they repair their dyes. And I said the other day, I don't know if we repair our dyes like that, because we don't mint that many. But that's dye wear, and that's exactly the same as you get on the 2000 millennium with the fat lettering. It's not dye movement, it's not double dyeing, it's dye wear, because they just didn't dig it deep enough on that millennium. It's just nearly flat, and so the edges have just worn really quick, and the metal fills that first, just like water. Everything flows into the shallow part first and then fills up the rest, and that's dye wear. Same as the fat lettering on the millennium, it's dye wear. And I had it dye wear from the day I found them, and from all the ones I sold, uncirculated, so I had beautiful ones of them, nearly touching, fat letters, nearly touching each other, but exactly the same as the A and everything on that, completely all around it, and it runs in. You can see, sometimes you can see a step where it'll be a step here. So initially it was going here, then going into the design, then it wore, and it started going in, and then sometimes you'll see a step where it's started up here and got shallow. And you have a shallow, deep, and it gives you that angle, or step angle on the side of each lettering. Dye wear. Lots of research, lots of coins, check them, read, and don't listen to your books. Find out for yourself and get the facts yourself and understand it. And logic. I said the other day, don't try and think too hard, just think logically. Things wear. Anyhow, let me just, because that took up a bit of waffle. But every video I do, you probably hear me saying the same stuff over and over, and that's exactly what my videos are, and that's exactly what I've done from day one. Every single video I do, I treat it as if everybody is brand new and they don't know anything about what coins is out there or what's being found. And that way I can have new people come in today and they're hearing exactly what they need to hear. And anybody that's been here before, well, they're going to get it in their head over and over. Yeah, so that's family orientated. Everybody to come and watch these and learn about the coins. Don't get ripped off on eBay. That was the whole process of this, and getting everybody into looking for errors and varieties. Yeah, so that was the whole objective, is to have it for everybody to come here and not like, oh, I missed out. He talked about that coin last week and I missed it. It doesn't matter. if I find it again, I'll tell you it all over again. So every time I find a coin, I'll tell you about it. And, well, it could be the 100th time, millionth, I don't care. That's, you got to learn. I can't go past and say, oh, I told you last time, I told you last time. I wouldn't get any new subscribers, I wouldn't get anybody, because they'll be like, well, I've got to go and watch all that to see what he's talking about. Mate, no, it's too hard. So every video is as if it's the very first video of those coins I find. That way everybody can drop in to any video that I'm doing live and whatever, and learn. They won't get told, I told, that was last time, this. I'll explain every coin. That's why it takes me a while to get through. Yeah, there you go. So if anyone's wondering why I do that, it's because everyone is a learning one, and everyone has to start. Everyone has to be the same. I have to be repetitive, and basically that's because the coins are repetitive. Let's face it, not me. But any stuff I find, I'll tell you. Try and explain it. If I don't know 100%, I'll put you in the ballpark. And of course, I'm not giving everybody this on the plate. You still got to go and do your research, buy your books, and all that stuff. You know, don't send me all your stuff to look at and check for you, because I don't do that. That's not, you're not learning. You've got to get your books, you've got to do research, and get lots of coins. Make lots of notes, take lots of photos. And yeah, but yeah, I'll put you on the track to it. But yeah, I don't research photos. I don't check your coin photos if you send them to me to have a look. I don't do that. It's too much hard work. And again, it's because it's exactly the same as your coin shops. If you went in there and said, "Oh, can you tell me about this?" They'll just say, "Go away." You got to learn. But I'm starting off, and I show you everything, and then it's just from there. Well, you got to call your own shots and make sure you're correct. And yeah, but as for receiving photos to help in that, I can't do it. I've got 1,730 up there, 730 something. Subscribers with, can you tell me what this is? What's this? I found this today, I'm not sure what it is. Don't ask me, because it's too big a job, it's a headache, and well, you're asking the teacher to give you the answer, and I ain't going to do that. You've got to get your books, you've got to learn, and you got me for reference, and you can ask in here when we're in here, as long as we're not researching nothing, we know it off our heads. But yeah, I can't do that because it's just too big a job. Huge. And I did do it as a membership. When I ran my membership, people could send me any amount, whatever, would have helped them out with everything, because it was a paid membership. And well, I shut that down. That didn't get a very huge response, I have to say. And so there's a large wide date 1999, beautiful. I mean, I had a few of these, probably 20 go through my hand. The last few noodles before I found one of these. Better check it. Can be deceiving. No, that's it. Yeah, so that's a broad. Broad date, wide date. So the 99 has 1 millimeter between it, and the 94 has 1 millimeter. The standard has a half and half. I measure that 7 mil furthest points, 6 mil on the standard, and that's in really good condition too. Really nice. 1994 wide date, variety, beautiful. That's it. I haven't had one for a while. My little bank come through again. I only said yesterday, I think it was, that I hadn't found one for a while, because I had quite a few go through my hand. Captain Cook. He's got 3. He's got a tilted to the right variety 7, which is that one, so it's just slightly tilted. And I found another, I'm pretty sure I got 4 obverses for this. There's the straight 7, and then I'm pretty sure I've got I've found 3 or 4 tilted to the right 7s at different angles. So that's the lowest, then a little bit more tilted, then a little bit more. So you run a line across the 0 and the 7, it'll take you up to the rim. When it's a flat 7, you run it across the 0, and when it's a flat 7, run it across the 0, a line, and the 7, and it'll touch the 9. But when it's on that, the tilted to the right variety, that one's just mildly tilted to the right, and see, you run it across there and it just passes the 9 and up here. And you can get, I'm pretty sure I've got 4 of these different angles. One there, one there, one there, one there. So check them, that's a variety. And I'm pretty sure there's 4 obverses to get. And if I'm right, there'll be 5. The standard, flat, and 4 tilted 7s. Nice 81. So you can get die cracks off here and off here. I had one uncirculated in rolls I bought, and it was an absolute beauty. Like a quadrant was going to just snap out of that die. Yeah, only, that's not too bad, okay. Only one of them was in that roll I had, which is a pity. Normally you get a couple of errors in one roll, the same. Oh, Christine, how you going? Sorry, I hadn't looked over for a little bit because I've got to get through these. No trail lines. No, nothing there. 2004, nice. Shadow bars, no. On your way to Canberra, jeez. It's a long drive if you're driving, or short trip in the aeroplane if you're flying. I'll show you that. So that's another 94. So there's your standard 94 above, and this one's your wide date. You can see the gap between the 9 and the 4 is bigger. 6 mil, 7 mil. Yeah, it's really nice condition too. So they're like 1 in 15, something like that. 15, or probably more. Probably 1 in about 30. So 30 of these standard ones pass through your hand, not 50 cents, but these, and you should get a 94 wide date if you're lucky. Looking for a bubble, no bubbles. Nothing. Yeah, for that errors I would, because I haven't got many. 21s I've got plenty of. Yep, double bar on the 1980. Just there. Double bar variety. There you go. Another 80. The 79s, the 80s are 38 mil, 79s 24, and you'll have to pass about, I don't know, 15, 20 79s through your hand before you find a 79. 73, lowest min under the 83, 4 mil, nice. Keep going. Yeah, so yeah, you need a few pass through your hand before you find one. Shadow bars. Yeah, 79, let's see. No. So yeah, about 15, 20 of these before you find the double bar. Could even be more. They're really, you don't come across them very often now. They got 2 or 3 in the last, I don't know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Pretty scarce. Well, they are getting scarce. But 24 million, I mean, who knows how many double bar out of that. The Mint ain't going to tell you, because they don't even like to admit the fact that they put that in there. They pass it off as, oh yeah, sorry, it was a mistake, we didn't mean to put it in there. And we don't know why in 1980 the person that made the die actually defied our memo and went and put them in there again. And that's what gets me about the mistake to it is they did it 2 years in a row. Somebody in quality control wasn't checking while it was getting made. That's a beauty. Then it got made. Nobody checked. This is 80 after 79 when they found they shouldn't have had them in there. And then they minted them. And then somebody said, oh, you know, that wasn't going to be in there. Well, no. No, I reckon they were testing. Myself, I reckon they were testing the area to see if they could strengthen it up with those 2 bars in there. And it just didn't work. It didn't suit the coin, didn't look good, or somebody in the Reserve Bank at the time, McFarlane, whoever was in there, signed it off and said, no, don't put them in there. It just doesn't look good with the emu. And it's looking like it's part of the reading, which it wasn't. So I reckon they were putting it in there for a strengthening area, because there's the coins I mentioned, 66, 83, 93, 96, 97, 2004, all get the shadow bars exactly where they put the double bar in, which is a variety, and the other ones are errors. So you got to wonder, did they already know there was a weak spot and they put them in there? I don't know. But they said it was a mistake, and 79 and 80, and they ground those 2 little bars out of the die. And that's why when you find 79s and 80s, sometimes you can see the little tip left over on that side of the emu's head. You can see a little tip at the top and bottom where they were. They didn't grind it right up close to him, so sometimes you can see the 2 points. Positive, negative points. But, yeah. Oh, 2002, don't see many Outback. Nice. Plain, but nice. Oh, sorry, Julie. Hello. Oh, you're going to the mint? Oh, right. Sorry. That's me scratching my top. Got a bit one of those noisy ones. Oh, you're going to the mint? Maybe you're going to the mint, Christine. I don't know. No crop circle there. Look at the size of the cut on there. There's the roo reed. It's going to have something here. Yeah, got one there on the feet, legs. No. Yeah, one just there. Yeah, so the big roo reed there. Yeah, just a bit of fill in there. It goes from there and it goes down and fills. I had one yesterday, went all the way along. It was really went up, down, up, down, up, down. Another one there, the 5 connecting. Another one there with the emu connecting to the shield. Normally there's one here too, and all along the top. And you can get it down here and in his crutch area. And you can get him up the back there. And then get him with hundreds of dots, raised dots over him. Yep, there you go. What's that one? Oh yeah, 2012. And of course it can get the crop circle just here. But yeah, 2012's pretty, can get pretty bad. 10s and 13s are the worst. 11 you don't get much. 12s you get a few on them. 14s you get, and 16s. Now they're probably most prolific that I know of those years to get these roo reeds and all the cuds around the shield and on the heel here. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, okay, going. Alright, where are we on now? 83, shadow bar. No. 83. No. 15. 21, crop circle. Just check that. Yep, it is. I thought it was. Yeah, you got crop circle, no errors. I've just had a look. But crop circle there, right next to the crown. Right in that middle there. Right in the middle of my mag. See it there, lifted. Die crack, looks like a volcano top. Just there. That's me wobbling again. I'll just stand still. If I put my hand down, all right. There, yeah. So, yeah, another crop circle. No errors. You can get cuts on the hair up here and around there to go with it. Oh, what's that? I think that's a hit, yeah. Now, either this one or the 22, you can get a dot under the chin. Nice raised standout dot. Anyway, there you go. Another crop circle, 21. Alright, we'll bring that down. Yeah, the new release is out tomorrow. Yeah, I'll put a post out, told everyone. People watch my posts, they'll get notified. If you don't watch people's posts or if you've got no interest in it, you won't get notified. YouTube do not notify you for anybody's posts unless you take an interest in that channel's posts first. Like, you know, if you drop in all the time and you're looking at their posts, you know, probably after 7 or 8 times you do that, YouTube's analytics pick up that you've got an interest in that channel's posts, and then they'll start notifying you. But you've got to take an interest in the channel's posts because they're social media compared to videos that you get notes on. And then the analytics pick it up and it's like, oh yeah, you're interested in that person's posts on that channel, and they start notifying you. So you have to take the initiative to start watching, reading people's posts. Then YouTube will pick it up after 7 or 8 times, and then they'll notify you. So if anyone's worried about not getting notifications for posts, that's because you haven't taken any interest in that channel's posts. That's how it works. Oh, the nitty gritties. 2 to go. Geez, I might be able to pull these in under 1.5 hours. That'd be pretty amazing. Off to the War Memorial, yeah. You can get those flattened down 1 cent pieces at the War Memorial too. Well, they used to, of course. Had a few of them. Sold all them too. They're a big collector. Had American ones and everything. They flattened them out and turned them into tanks and for 1 cent. All the different. Let's have a look. No, it's clear. Amazing. All the 96s. 19 million of them. They're just really hard to find a good nick. That's 16. No, that's not that. 17. No. Are you driving, are you? Are you driving or are you aeroplane? Nope, no trail lines today. Alright, last roll. How's that? Michael's driving. There you go, driving you mad. Yeah, I'll get the board game out and play while you're driving. That'll kill your time for you. 242 Ks. If Michael does 200 Ks an hour, you'll get there in an hour and a half, you know that? Yeah, need the entertainment, yeah. Well, you could have fed him cabbage and Brussels sprouts. That would have given you some entertainment for the whole trip. And some cauliflower. Oh, and lentils. Yeah. A bit slow for him, mate, 200 Ks. Yeah, we need an auto barn. Yeah, thanks, yeah. Yeah, get a good feed of those legumes, that'll help you out. That'll entertain you all the way. You a good dose of about 8 cloves of garlic, or you know, on a pizza. That'll be a good trip. Windows down all the way, I'd say. Unless they're electric, then you can lock them on his side. And you're buggered, you can't open the windows. Come on, finish with a millennium for me. I want an NQ's millennium. I don't really need them. 79, I want double bar, but it's just not around. Oh, right. I'll go with that's for the garlic. Michael likes garlic, does he? Had to sleep in the other room, eh? Yep, I'm from Wales, mate. Personally, I'm non-garlic. Steak, sausages, bacon, eggs, potatoes, meat, except for pork, because that doesn't agree with me. You know, I don't need that stuff to kill the flavour of everything that I eat. But yeah, and I'm the only one in the family that, you know, if it's in something and I'm starving and I've got to scrounge for me food, I got no choice. Because everybody in the family likes it. And, well, it's not that I don't, yeah, I don't like any food. That's it, full stop. I could do without it. That's the last of that. That's it, I'm done. 1 hour and 22 minutes is a total amazement of 370 coins. I checked that. There was 3 rolls of the dollars and 14 rolls of 50 cents. Hi Tyler. That's just amazing. Got through all that. So I did show you the dollars out of there. I just got the Anzac, real nice, another one, 2017, and another rotate, 1999, 30 degrees. Beautiful. That was out of those two. Out of those 3 rolls. That Millennium had a little die crack just there. See him right there. Nice die crack. You can get them down here. No fat letters. No die wear. They're normally, I think from the E to M, it's only those ones. If it was die movement, if you're gonna have die movement, you got to think logical. If it moved like that, would it only do a couple of letters, or would the whole thing be moved sideways? Or miraculously somehow it got minted, and then when it came up it moved and did that? Nah. It's got, when it's hit, struck. And when it struck, they were worn out, and I had them nearly touching. So worn and flat. You can just see they look like a lava flow off the edges. It's just not. If it's minted, if it was a die shift, you get that sudden drop. It's like it's nearly exact of what this is, replica. The straight edge and everything, because there's nothing wrong with the die. So if it's die shift, the shift shouldn't be any different because the die hasn't changed. But when you only get a few things, it can't be die shift, it's die wear. Every single thing has to double. I've got one 2001, I think I've got a video on, and the whole thing is double, front and back. That's the die moved. anyway, so know your differences, everyone, with die shift, die fill. Die shift is very rare, all right? Die fill is the most commonest, and most of your errors, 99% of them, are done from tilted vertical dies. Anyway, so I better zoom out. Why is that a double bar? Just snuck in. No, yeah. So 80 double bar, nice 88, 94. So I put the varieties over there. Errors over there. So got a 80 double bar, 94 wide date. 2012 error with the cuds. Nice 71. Nice 71. I better zoom out some more, I think. Yeah, nice 71, nice 71, 88. Nice 81. Very nice. Look at the shine on that. It's got dings, but still nice. 21 crop circle error. 2001. Oh, it's got the die wear error. Those leathers are thick all the way around. There's another error. Nice 70. Oh, not a nice 72, but a 72. Lowest min under 85, 4 mil. And sorry, the 73 is the 4 mil. Lowest min under the 82, 85. And second lowest, that's 5 mil to 82. The 72. So 4 mil 73, 5 mil 72. They're the two lowest under 85, which is 1 mil. No 85s. So anyway, that's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4 errors, 6 nice keepers, and 2 varieties, the 1980 double bar and the 1994 wide date. Show that again for everyone. That's the 94 wide date. There's a mil between the 9 and the mil between the 94. Yeah. So 2 varieties, 4 errors, 6 keepers. So 3, 6, 9, 12. About 4% turnover. That's all right. Tyler, what are you doing? What are you saying there? What are you talking? I don't know what you're putting there. I don't know what you're doing there, Tyler, but stop it. Because I'll just take them off. Don't put Dushland on there. I don't know what you were talking about there, but I've canned about 4 of them. 3 or 4. Okay, so yeah, that was good. That was from your little bank. Very nice. Can't complain too much about them. 94, top stuff. A 71, brilliant. Crop circle, yes, great. I've got a few, but you know, I don't know how many other people are getting. But yeah, beauty. The rotate, definitely. Anzac, yeah, very nice. 17, beautiful. Yeah, anyway, nice haul. I'll go through. I'll probably keep all of them till I go through and see what I've got in good nick for my little sets. But yeah, and of course the 88. Love the ships. Yeah, so I'm just looking here. Christine's losing the internet. Anyway, that's it. I'm going. So I got on in 1 hour, 30 minutes, and if I get off in the next 50 seconds, it'll stay that way. All right, so have a good day, and I might be back a little bit after with some more coins. What I do want to get my 73 Renix 7th edition 1973 Renix book out, and show, and I wanted to set something up to see who's got tokens, who's got Australian and New Zealand tokens, and look in the old Renix book from 73 and go through and see if they're in there, and what they were worth back then, and what rating they are as well. And they also show you and tell you the varieties that you can get on all those tokens, and they're nice photos, and they don't have that in the latest books, I'm pretty sure. And the photos in there of the notes and all that are 8 times bigger than the, I don't know, the 43rd edition or the whatever they, the first edition of their errors and decimal coins. Anyway, it's old, and they don't have that stuff in there anymore because it was taken over by the McDonald's, and that book is the original with Dion Skinner. He wrote it. It is the original with everything that they have in those Renix books now, but they cut it down as to what he said and what he's got in there because they took over. And I've got that book, and that's got all the old tokens in there. So if anyone's got tokens and they don't know, not tokens from coin machine places and whatever, and the car washes, we're talking 1800s and stuff for the tokens, New Zealand and Australia, 18 and 1900s. And I was going to go through and have a look and see if anyone's got them, just see, I don't know, help them out, show them, and something to show as well. All the tokens, because I love tokens, they're really nice. Alright, so yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'll probably put it in the post or do it as a premiere schedule or something and just put it up. And I'm just going to show the pages. I'll be right in front, set up different, looking at the book, and just show and talk about what's in it, and just have a look at all the old tokens and that you can get. And there's other stuff in there too to look at, and the old notes, because they're really big in the book, the photos. I'll just quick tease. Oh, well, it's a Renix Dion Skinner 7th edition, July 1973. This book, but I'll just sort of show you. It's got all the tokens in there. Tells you who they are. All the tokens from New Zealand and Australia up until 73. They're all in here. I don't know if they got them in them. It tells you the rarity, if there's any varieties. See, nil varieties on that one. They only made one. There's tons. Now let's see. The higher the number with the R, the rarer they are. So an R10, there's an R7. They're extremely rare. It's got one variety as well. But they're really interesting. There's tons of them in here, a couple of hundred. And then the old notes, look how big the photos are. I can't even get it there. Look how big these photos for the notes are. I saw in their one book, the 43rd edition or whatever, they're only this big in there now. So these are right up, you can get right up close on all the old notes so you can see all the detail they did. I love the old notes, Australian notes. Nothing better. Nothing beats it, I love them. So yeah, just to show you different, and the photos they're really big, really nice size. It tells you all about them underneath, got all the details. I'm squeezing it under here because I haven't got much room. I mean, look at that. Look at the detail on that. Unbelievable. The craftsmanship in making the die, and it didn't smudge or break every time. The depth of it, and it's not just making it, they lasted while they minted. It has to be done deep, and look at this one. Look at that one there. Captain Cook landing at Botany Bay, £1. Dark green colour, eh? Never even seen it before. great book. It's got heaps of really good notes. Oh, 10 shillings, you know them anyway. Yeah, so and then the only thing about decimal coins in here is the fact that we've got them, and it just shows all the different privy marks that were on Canberra, Melbourne and Perth. Shows you where they are. Got the arrows and the 2 cents. Shows you, so you know exactly where to look. And the 20-cent gap, there you go, 66 Canberra. They did it again on the 88. Then London, no gap. You got your 10 cents. 5 spikes London. Got your spike on the short spike on the London on the 5 cents. I think it was a short, long spike. Yep, so it's got tons of stuff, but that's all that's in there on the Australian decimal coins is those 2 pages. Shows you the 5s, 10, tells you they're coming out, and that's it, nothing else. Nothing. Next page over is the decimal coins and the date. How many they made? 67, 68, that's all it goes to. They only got up to 68. This was minted in 73, and the proof sets. 66, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. That's how much they cost. Look, 1966 was $32.50. Holy jeez. They're selling for, and you got the $600 or more, depending on the condition they're in. But look at the prices on them. The 70 was the dearest at $22.50. Huh? Jeez. Sorry, no, the 66 was the dearest at $32.50. Then the 70. Anyway, great book, old stuff, heaps of stuff to see in there that's not in the books. Yeah, you'll see, get your tokens out and we'll match them up and have a look. If nobody's got any, I'm going to show them anyway because I love them. And the notes. Just a lot of interest in that book. The 73, the 7th edition. That was, and that, so Rennick started in 64, first edition. Second was 64 July. April was first edition in 64, and they brought out the second edition in July 64. Then third was 65, fourth was 66, fifth was 68, sixth was 70, and the 7th edition was 3 years later at 73. That's why there's a big gap in some of the dates of stuff from, well, 70 to 73. It's sort of a jump in there. You can see that. Now I can see why. 3 years in between. And then, I don't know what they're on now. 22nd edition was 2007. I don't know what they're up to now. That's the Australian coin and banknote values. Yeah. So, yeah, very interesting. And of course, there's different people taking over the Rennicks now. So that's the original Dion Skinner and how he set it out and all the stuff in there, the dedications. And you can just smell the pages in there. So, you know, I don't know if anyone else has got any. Has got one of these. It's Rennick's 7th edition. But it's got lots of good stuff in there to read. Yeah, you can just smell the history in those pages. The old paper. All right, I'm going. Have a good day. And I'll try and catch up again after. I'm going to get some more coins. And I'll catch up with anyone then. Just in time to take off too. I've got to go do stuff. Julie, yeah, bye Julie. Christine, bye-bye. Have a good drive. Stephen, how you going? Bye-bye, Stephen. Yeah, Trish just dropped in. Bye-bye. And Jobby just dropped in. Bye. Yeah, I've got to go. Everything. I've got no more coins there. But yeah, that Rennick's book would be very interesting to show all those old tokens and notes and a bit more appreciation on you know, all the art. It's art. The whole thing is just art. That's it. So yeah, I'll get back later. I'm sure we're going to get some coins. But have a good day if I don't see anyone today later, and I'll be back when I get some coins. Okay, stay tuned. Hit the thumbs up. I've done that. Yep. Like, share, comment, and watch my videos. that's the thing. Watch the videos and learn too. Okay, so bye bye everyone. Have a good day. I'll talk to you all later. Ta-da.